It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to Thursday Travel and Cruise Industry News Podcast on this 21st day of November 2024. Brought to you by US, the owner of Scoot Around, and by Chilliescruises. And we're having a bit of a disaster today. Hot Air Tom claims to have sent me some information, and I just don't have it. I don't know. If we're looking in the chat room, you'll see what we're talking about, because there are a little bit of things back and forth. This is my end. Only I've been back through Messenger and all my messengers. I'm not sure. You say go back a ways. I don't know what that means exactly. I go, I've got some stuff from the aquarium in Myrtle Beach. And then before that is stuff on the ship here. I don't understand how anything is. No. Anyway, I can't find out here, Tom. So save that for tomorrow when I get together with you later today. Maybe we can figure out what's wrong with that. So anyway, that was one of the things planned for today's show. That isn't going to happen. And I'm not entirely sure why. And there's not much in the news today, folks, I'll tell you that. A couple stories. An actor named Godparent, for the Norwegian actor. That's actually the lead story today. To tell you how bad the news is. Profitable year for Port Canaveral. I really talk about profits of this business. New itineraries released for 12 Royal Caribbean ships. No show, no refund. That was at least a halfway interesting little tidbit on that one. And normally I say lots more at 11 o'clock this morning. I'm not so sure about that, guys. But we'll see what we can do. All right, today's National Gingerbread Cookie Day. And this day in history. In 1866, the United States... Oh, no, that did that yesterday. Why didn't my date for today show up? Oh, well. We're not doing any day in history today. I thought I put it in, but I guess I didn't. Anyway, I'm going to screw things up. And I've been busy this morning, really busy. And then we had, I met Roger and Tom and Cindy for breakfast. And then we had our third session of the cruise ship Doctor Cruise. And in between trying to put together a show and struggling for things to fill the space. Anyway, if you're listening via the podcast, I'm so sorry. No, I'm really not. You're always welcome here. You can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcast from. Just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and voila, up pops the Fat Travel Guy. So, we had actually an unsuccessful day for me in Tortola yesterday, because we arrived early and then had an early sail away. By the time I got done with the show and processed it and everything and got down to go off the ship, which I did, I had like 5 minutes to shoot some films a film and had to get right back on. Might as well tell you a story. So this was a really steep ramp. I guess because of the tide, I'm not even sure, but it was much worse the slope as far as it's been the last 2 times I got off the ship in St. Thomas and Puerto Plata. I didn't have any trouble going off the ship. I took my time. I was a little bit faster than I'd like, but didn't have any trouble. But getting back on the ship, of course, I had to wait for, the ramp and the top of the ramp to clear. And then I started up, and the attendant was behind me, and I think he was kind of pushing me, and I didn't need it. I mean, with my chair, it'll go up most things. But anyway, it threw the chair off a little bit, and I ran off the edge of the ramp. I'm talking about 20, 30 feet in the air. No, I didn't go off all the way. One wheel went off, and the guy from the top comes running down. The guy from behind is trying to hold it up. I'm trying to adjust it. And, they're pushing and pulling. I said, wait a minute, guys. I had my phone in my hand, too. So I gave the guy from up above, I said, here, hold this. And let me back up a little bit to get the wheel back on the stupid thing. I said, I'm not going to back up enough to go down the hill just to get back on the ramp. And once they did that, I got it back, with all 4 wheels on the ramp, and then went on up to the top. And again, because of the slope coming up, the lip over the top and back down on the deck of the ship was a little dicey too. But anyway, I got back on the ship. Quite frankly, scared the bejesus out of me. So, and then I met Hot Air Tom and Cindy for lunch right after that. But I mean, it was like, it was a way. I didn't get to go anywhere. I got to the end of the ship and through the gate and took a picture at the British Virgin Islands sign, and a couple of pictures of the 2 ships that were in yesterday. And that was it. We were docked next to the Virtuosa from MSC. So I did, shot a little film of that, a little film of us. So wasn't a great escape for me. So, all right. So let's do a quick break from one of the network sponsors, and I'll do the little bit of news I have, and we'll probably end up calling it quits today. I mean, there's just not much, folks. I'm going to tell you that. So we'll be back after a quick break from one of our fine network sponsors. And the top story today comes from Norwegian. Norwegian Cruise Line has announced actor Erik Stonestreet is coming aboard as godparent of the Norwegian Aqua. Stonestreet, famous for his role as Cameron Tucker in the hit TV show Modern Family, will christen the Norwegian Aqua at Port Miami on April 13th, 2025. The ship is currently under construction at the Fincantieri shipyard in Marghera, Italy. In addition, Stonestreet has starred in Almost Famous, The Secret Lives of Pets, and many others. If you might want to meet Erik Stonestreet, why not book the christening cruise? Give me a call if you're interested. 434-258-9264. In his annual State of the Port address on November 20th, Carnival Port Authority CEO Captain John Murray confirmed that the port's streak of record-breaking growth has indeed continued for another year. and much of the success can be attributed to cruise tourism. During the 2024 fiscal year, the Orlando-based port earned $191 million in revenue, with cruise operations accounting for $156 million, or around 81% of the total. Throughout the year, Port Canaveral welcomed 7.6 million passengers across 13 home-ported ships and 911 cruise ship calls. This is an approximate 12% increase on the 6.8 million guests welcomed by the port in 2023, which was another record-breaking number at the time, and even more significantly ahead of the just over 4 million passengers that passed through Port Canaveral's 6 terminals in 2022. Congratulations to Port Canaveral. Good job. Experience Alaska at an affordable rate. VR1 balconies are only $1,289, including taxes and port charges. MSC Poesia sails from Seattle, May 25th, 2026. Book now. Call 434-258-9264 or go to bit.ly/Poesia-Alaska1. "12 Royal Caribbean ships have their new lineups revealed for 2026 to 2027, and frequent guests will find a mix of Caribbean and Northeast itineraries with very familiar destinations. The new itineraries will depart from Port Canaveral, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Tampa in Florida, Galveston, Texas, San Juan, Puerto Rico, Bayonne, New Jersey, and Baltimore, Maryland, with everything from short escapes to extended vacations. The announcement highlights voyages on the cruise line's newest icon ships, Icon of the Seas and Star of the Seas, the latter debuting next summer in 2025. The vessels will each offer 7-night Eastern and Western Caribbean cruises from Miami and Port Canaveral, respectively. Guests on those sailings will enjoy stops at Royal Caribbean's private destination, Perfect Day at Coco Cay, and starting in late 2026, the much anticipated Royal Beach Club Cozumel in Mexico. Symphony of the Seas will begin its cruises from its new home port of Galveston, Texas. From Port Canaveral, Star of the Seas will offer year-round adventures to the area, including visits to Roatan, Honduras, and Costa Maya. Sailing from Miami, Icon of the Seas will continue the popular lineup. It's been sailing since January 2024 debut, visiting ports like St. Martin, St. Thomas, and others. Meanwhile, Allure of the Seas, departing from Fort Lauderdale's Port Everglades, will sail 6- and 8-night itineraries to destinations like the Bahamas, Aruba, and Curacao, along with Royal Caribbean's private destination of Labadee, Haiti. Adventure of the Seas will split its Caribbean season departures between Port Canaveral and Port Everglades, offering 6- and 8-night itineraries to the Cayman Islands, Dominican Republic, and the Yucatan Peninsula. Enchantment of the Seas, based in Tampa, will feature 7-night Western Caribbean voyages to Belize, Honduras, and Mexico. Cruises from San Juan, Puerto Rico will also be available for both Brilliance of the Seas and Radiance of the Seas, mostly southern itineraries. From Cape Liberty in New Jersey, Oasis of the Seas will sail to the Bahamas in the summer months, while Odyssey of the Seas alternates between winter trips to the Bahamas and longer summer voyages to the Caribbean, arriving in destinations like St. Lucia, Barbados, and St. Kitts. Independence of the Seas will also alternate between summer trips to Bermuda and the Caribbean and winter voyages to Canada, Boston, and Portland, Maine, showcasing fall foliage from the Cape Liberty departures. Finally, Vision of the Seas will provide 5- to 9-night sailings from Baltimore to Bermuda, the Bahamas, and New England, including autumn cruises to Bar Harbor and Halifax in Nova Scotia. A nice, very Scootaround is offering big discounts on all rentals in Las Vegas until the end of 2024. Got a trip to Sin City planned in the next few months? Book a mobility scooter or electric wheelchair and explore the Strip, casinos, and attractions with ease. Las Vegas mobility rentals are 15% off until December 31st, 2024. Call Scootaround toll free 888-441-7575 or reserve online. Use code LVFALL and rent now or SRN 11137 for the best rates. Scootaround in Las Vegas. Carnival Cruise Line is standing firm on not issuing a refund for the chef's table experience to a passenger and two guests who are too tired to attend the exclusive dinner aboard a recent cruise. The controversy began when the former guest complained on social media about the cruise line not refunding her for missing the event on an unidentified voyage. It turns out the woman and two additional guests who had pre-booked a special onboard experience priced between $106 and $141 per person, depending on the voyage, failed to show up for the galley tour, the opening portion of the chef's table limited seating package. When contacted by dining room hostess as to their whereabouts, the group confirmed that they would not be attending, citing exhaustion from a busy day ashore in Cozumel. Despite their absence, the group requested a refund, which they were denied as if it was too late to accommodate other passengers to fill in the demand experience. I have no problem with this. I'm sure these guys went to Senior Frogs or, one of the other bars and got toasted. I don't think they deserve the money back because they didn't fill up the dining experience because it was too late to go out and let people know it was available. I think they should do the same thing on specialty dinings. If you make a reservation in specialty dinings and don't show up, there should be a penalty. I mean, a lot of the specialty dinings are included in the packages. But still, there should be some kind of penalty for not showing up, and which doesn't allow other cruise guests to use that spot. All right. Sorry about the rant. This is an update on the MSC Grandiosa cruise sailing from Port Canaveral on February 14, 2026, with stops in Nassau, Ocean Key Marine Reserve, and Puerto Plata. Inside cabins start at $643 per person. Solos start at $933. Just call me 434-258-9264 and join us on MSC Grandiosa. All right. That puts an end to the news portion of today's show. One last little thing I will mention. I stopped by the guest services last night to see if they were using the tenders when we get to Great Stirrup Key tomorrow that have the elevators, so I can get on it. 3 people at guest services said, only if you can take a few steps. I said, what? Yeah, I mean, they have an elevator, but you still have to take be able to go up 2 or 3 steps. I said, so if I go up 2 or 3 steps, what the hell am I going to do with the wheelchair? Well, I don't know. So I said, the whole purpose of Norwegian getting these tenders was so people in wheelchairs and scooters could go ashore because we've been blocked from it forever. Well, you still have to go up a couple steps. I said, no, you don't. So I said, get Tatiana to call me. That's the special needs coordinator. She wasn't there when I was there last night. So sure enough, when I got back to the room, I don't know, when did I get back to the room last night? 9 o'clock. Had a message to call her. She says, what's the problem? I said, the guest services people are telling me that I can't use the tenders with the wheelchair, with the elevator, because I still have to go up steps. She says, no, you don't. She says, the only limitation on you is to be careful in the sand. They've got special sand wheelchairs to use. I said, yeah, I know. I know enough about this that I don't get in sand, because I can screw up the motor in the chair. So she said, you just meet me when you want to go ashore. I'll have a ticket for you. I said, okay, that's fine. So sometimes, folks, the information that you get, sometimes you have to double check it. There was a news story this morning that only was a half a story. And I wouldn't use it. As poor a show as I have, it would have been a good story, but there was no confirmation on the back end of the story. So I'm not just going to spout something off to waste time. It's not going to happen on this show. All right, let's go see who's fussing at me today in the chat room besides Hot Air Tom, claiming he's sent me stuff. There's the next person right off the bat. Can we chat on WhatsApp? No, I don't chat with anybody unless it has to do with booking travel, which I do on the side. All right, there's a chat back and forth with Hot Air Tom and me. Just check on your messenger. I checked on my messenger on 2 different things, on Chrome and on, what's the other one? Microsoft's, whatever that is. So I have it on both. I'll go check it right now while I'm here to see if anything different's come through. I'm on messenger.com and it is loading, and Hot Air Tom, and no, it's the same thing it's been. There's a picture of you sideways with your hand out, and there's a bunch of pictures that are stacked together from the aquarium, a video from the aquarium, more stuff from the aquarium, and then the pictures with me with all the name tags, and then the next one's not loading right now. It's spinning. The one above that is you in the middle of a picture with the wake at the back of the boat in Boston. So, out of time. I still do not have it. And I don't understand why. Okay, let's see. Mike's with us. Good morning, Mike. Bob's here down in Tennessee. Hey, Bob. No snow, just cold. Well, I don't like the cold either. Guess no matter what, I'm going back to some uncomfortable weather. Kenneth's with us, says hello. Good morning, Kenneth. There's Joanne. Joanne's with us too. Maybe getting some snow tomorrow. Ooh, don't tell me that when I'm coming up to driving time. Gretchen's with us out in Ohio. Weak internet. I'm not having any trouble. And I've been doing a lot, I've had to do some work here. Once in a while I have trouble uploading But I didn't today, working on what few stories there were. There's Todd. You know what, Todd? I loaded the pictures from from Michigan. What the hell happened to them? Oh, I'll have to do that another day. There's Gary Older and Dirt. Good morning, Gary. I sent the officer video first and all the other pics and videos I didn't send you before, at least via my memory. Internet is good in the atrium. Chili is fuzzy to too many adult beverages. I haven't had any adult beverages. Not today. There's Sunny down in Mississippi. Katie's with us. Good morning, Katie. Katie says, cruise in 5 days. Sweet. Cindy's with us. Good morning, Sin. Sunny says, love Erik Stonestreet. Okay, Katie, mine is 9 days. Haven't started packing yet. You go, Gretchen. Katie and Gretchen, are y'all escaping the cold? Gretchen says, will you eat turkey on board on Thursday, Katie? Cindy says, mine's in 8 days. Gretchen, Cindy, what ship port? I know the answer. On Cindy's, it happens to be out of Tampa. Sonny wants to know where everybody's going. I'm so jealous. 62 here in Orlando. I may do traditional Thanksgiving, but we will see. They have so many choices for dinner that night. Katie's cruise is 4 days to the Bahamas. Somebody asking Facebook where the closest rental car pickup is at the Miami terminal. They want to book a car to drive to Orlando. I don't know, but suggested they consider Brightline. Katie says, Gary is on my cruise too. Yes, indeed. Much better way to get to Orlando with no traffic. Gretchen says, Sun Princess Sanctuary Collection, going up there in the upper echelon, folk. Trying something new. Just Princess Key, Grand Turk, and Amber Cove. The ship is really the destination. Yeah, I can understand that. Katie, you can now be Katie Older than Dirt. No. Hot Air Tom. Sometimes your funny comments aren't funny. Watch it, Tom. You tell him, Katie. Cindy says, Margaritaville at Sea Islander from Tampa. I'm looking forward to that one too. So getting some reports back. Have an awesome time. Everybody have an awesome time, of course. Have fun. Ladies, all cruises sound super. You should have seen Chillie's eyes as he was yelling at yeah. I was about bugged out of his head. I worried he was having a heart attack. I mean, I knew they were wrong, and they came from 3 of them. 2 guys and a lady, and they were all 3 wrong. I hope the boss straightens them out. I just got a message that said Tom sent a video. So that means it finally came through. Although that wouldn't have been funny. Yeah, no. Sure wouldn't have. I will come up to your room in a few minutes to help you. What? Tom didn't film the Chillie rant. Yeah, no, he didn't. I didn't even think of it, Sonny. I guess that wouldn't have been a good idea. Too serious a rant. Yeah, okay, so sometimes I go on rants, folks. I admit it. Oh, I don't know. I don't like to see it, Sonny. Yeah, thanks, guys. Any Bloody Marys or screwdrivers this AM? You know, I haven't had a Bloody Mary all week. I fell out of the drinks though, but I haven't had a Bloody Mary. Cindy says I've been packed for 2 weeks. That's disgusting to me. I just went to the original on your messenger and forwarded it back to you. I'm not sure who this is. Chillie and Brian. Hey there, how are you? We're doing good. We talk about travel and cruises on this channel. All right, guys, that's going to put an end to today's show. I'll get this processed, and then I got a bunch of things to do, and I'm meeting the cruise ship doctor later on for possibly for an adult beverage. I won't say that, definitely. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. As far as I know, I'll be back same time, same channel tomorrow for the last show from the Epic until March the 31st, when I'll be back on the Epic again. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Smash that thumbs up button if you haven't subscribed. Please take this as my invitation to do so. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising, and one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas. Have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry, so if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.